Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me here for the first look at a brand new DLC for Rover Mechanic Simulator. Yes, released on the very same day. Now, was that such a coincidence that the NASA Perseverance rover finally landed on the surface of Mars? These are such exciting times, and we get to see and play with that very Perseverance rover that is now making news across the world and discovering, well, in the process of discovering all sorts of exciting things about the planet Mars in its search for signs of life. Now, the game hasn't been updated much since the last video I did, where I had a first look at Rover Mechanic Simulator back in December 2020. It seems so long ago. There's been a few minor updates and so on, but the main thing is we now have the Perseverance rover on our list of available jobs. Where is it? It's down this list some. I do wish we could sort this list into order. I really do. Anyway, yes, so we've got the Perseverance rover on the list of quests now. Oh, and I do need to make a heads up, of course, to start with, is to thank the guys at Pyramid Games for offering me a free key to this DLC pack. Thank you so much. It's been great to get this and have a look at this quite impressive piece of work. So, you need to be a certain rank. I believe it's Staff Sergeant. Technical Sergeant. Ooh, that is quite a low spec, I think, because I did one earlier. Well, I sort of, you need to be a Staff Sergeant. I'm not sure if, yeah, I'm not sure which of these options came up first, if I only had this one or the other one. But you do need to be a Technical or Staff Sergeant to get the Perseverance quests or jobs. So you will need to go through about 3 or 4 rank upgrades before you can get this. Now, I think those are the only 2 jobs we've got at the moment for the Perseverance rover. So let's take this one, shall we? Nice simple job, hopefully. It's not going to give us a great deal of reward, but I'm fairly close to a rank upgrade, so that'll be nice to see. Right, let's get this underway. Right, so we've got some more work to do. The mast cam, the photos taken by the mast cam are a bit off. That's a bit of a problem. So we need to take a look at that. Right, let's get out of here. Let's get our rover on the workbench. Let's go into our crane and let's take it from our reception point. There, ooh, there's a big box. So A and D, WASD, as it tells you there, to move the crane around. There, oops, no, I'm not very good at there. And Shift S down, F to pick it up. Now, I don't think in the last video I did, the very first look at Rover Mechanic, whoops, no, go up. The very first look at the game, I didn't use this lift because I didn't pick the jobs for the rovers that needed it. So let's get that down there. So this is going to be our first look at the lift as well. Let's F to release it, get out of the crane, and let's come and look. Whoa! We need to take a longer view at it. That is quite an impressive piece of kit. I mean, that is the one thing about this game, you can't really fault them on their attention to detail. This does look so impressive. I'm just tempted to wander around and have a look at it, to be honest, and just admire the engineering. Okay, now before we get into this, as I said, I've had some rank upgrades and some skill upgrades since you were last with me. If we have a look at the upgrades here. So I've got all sorts of new analytical and technical skills, which makes this job a little bit easier in that my analytical skills, which are here, so it doesn't take me much time to recognise faults, and I get a better chance of pre-analysed results analysis, and I clean a lot better. You may remember I had issues with cleaning in the past. So we've got those technician skills. I can do all sorts of things basically. I've got analytical skills. Have I got all these? I think I have, yes. So, oh yeah, I get full information. That's the one. Yeah, I did. Yeah, to make my life easier, I've gone down this. I can now get full analysis just by looking at them. I've got an eye for bad mechanical bits and pieces. Right, let's get into this. First off, I always need to remind myself what the problems are thought to be. The mast cam. Where the heck is the mast cam? I don't know. Let's step back again. Let's go round here. We'll come to the lift operator in a moment. If I go into option 3, aha, which is the analysis key. So there's the mast cam. So that's around the other side of the machine by the look of it. Okay, if we click on it, oh, that's in focus. Yep, that's good. So press 1 to disassemble it. And there's the screws down there. Let's take all these out. There we go. And that's it. The whole thing's off, is it? Right, I'm going to need to take this then to the workbench. Disassemble the mast cam. There's no need to clean it, is there? No, nothing to clean. So the mast here. Okay. If I go into 3 to analyze it, that's the bit that needs, that's the bit that has a problem by the look of it. Now, can I take you away to start with? If I go to 1, no. What bits do I need to disassemble? Take these out. And that's it. Because I'm not actually a rover engineer or scientist or anyone involved in the project, I'm not entirely sure where all the bits are. So it can be a bit hit and miss, I think, sometimes, as to work out what. Can I get you out? No. What do I need to do to disassemble this? Oh, if I do Shift A, I can. Right. No. Right, I can take you off. I'm not sure if I'm going the right way about this. Yeah, because you don't have a... Now, you see this is marked as scratched, dirty, degraded. So you do get some indication of where the wrong bit is, as well as just obviously the red, yellow and green. I still can't take you off. What's the next bit I can take off? No, I'm just pressing the right... I'm right-clicking on the mouse to try and get... if I do Shift... There you go. Can I take... Right, let's take you bits off. So I'm not quite sure which bits I need to take off to get to the bit that is faulty. So look, I can take you off. Let's get you out the way. I still can't get to you. What? Okay, can I... No, no. I can take you off, but I'm not sure I want to, because you look to be quite far away from the faulty component. Okay, so if I can take you out, but it's really not letting me. Oops, no. Yeah, my my skills at WSD controls are fairly okay. We'll take you out. Actually, let's go back to that. Yeah, highlighted that in red when I tried to disassemble this component. Now that, I think, is a technique I first saw when I got the first of these sort of games I've ever played, which was Car Simulator 2000 something or other. 18, 19, it was a while ago. It might have even been 17. So the red tells you what you can disassemble. It tells you what you need to do first. Right, aha, right, so I think this is the bit we're looking at. Of course, taking all this apart does mean I've got all that much more to put back together again. Oh, and you over there. Get the cables out. That's it. Right, okay, so let's go back. And we have got the mast. No, it's not the mast I want. It is the mast cam. If I go 3 to analyze, right, by pressing 3 to go into analysis mode, I can see which bits are really at fault. So that's you. Yeah, you can see again it's scratched and degraded. Get you out of the way. That's good. Okay, let's get you off. Oh, there's something round there, isn't it? I need to get round. Right, let's take... Aha, there you are. Take you screws out. Oh, okay. Take you off. Would it be useful to have some sort of user guide to the Rover? So you... a sort of manual, like you get... did you have these in other countries? They probably did, because in all likelihood they were American. Those Hayes manuals for cars, which were the go-to provider of service manuals for the home repairer, or possibly even the service industry. I was never really into cars, to be honest. I'm in no sense practical or adept at DIY, so all this is kind of weird for me, because I would never do this in reality. I just do not understand mechanics or practical things. Right, have I got to the bits that I need to fix now? Let's go into... Aha! There's another faulty bit here. What is that? It's the colour wheel. Right, again, it's that attention to detail. You're getting all this information up there about each component and where it fits into the Rover, to the entirety of the kit, as it were. I need to press F1. That's it. Sorry, I was wondering what the heck I was doing there. Right, so we've got you out. And I think that is everything. So if we go back to our tablet, into the warehouse. Okay, so we've got the light shade. Yeah, that's very poor. The colour wheel cover. The colour wheel there. If I press F to analyse it. Oh, it's 0 already. Gosh, that is very poor. So it looks like we've just got these three components. Yeah, the mast cam is the set, as it tells us there. So that's not going to give us any analysis results because we've taken the thing apart. Right, okay. So we need the light shade, the colour wheel cover, and the colour wheel A. Now, unfortunately, I don't yet have the skill to go straight to the printer from the tablet, so I've got to try and remember this, which I clearly won't, which bits I need to replicate in our 3D printer. So let's head off over there now. And click in here. So it was a light shade, wasn't it? Got it. Okay, and it was a colour wheel. I bet they spelt it American. They have, haven't they? Colour wheel A. Yeah, and a colour wheel cover, wasn't it? So that'll be you. Right, these won't take too long to print. They're coming through, so we've got our first one already. Next job. We could go to the console there and play a computer game if we wanted to. We've got Snake, we've got Meteor Rush, we've got all sorts of other games there we can play. Should we have a quick poke at that? We're not on a time limit here for this job. So we've got Snake, we've got Pong. If I type in help and various other... I need to get the caps lock off, obviously, because... There you go, Invaders, Speedwriter, yeah, we've got all sorts of games. Well, this is one I quite liked. If we try and connect to Earth. Did I do this in the last episode? I really can't remember. And we type all this in. I forgot my quote marks. You need quote marks, otherwise it thinks it's part of the command and not an operator. Yeah, clearly you can't connect with flat objects. Is that I don't oh yes, that's very confusing. Is the Earth really flat? I don't know. It might be. Difficult to tell from this distance. Right, now we've got to put this thing back together again. So it's the mast cam. Ooh. Right, set. Oh dear, I've got two mast cams. I didn't take this one apart, did I? But this one looks like it's all good, so we're not going to worry about that. We'll repair the ZA one. What's going on here? I need to put the... Oh, that's the... because I've taken it all to pieces. I've only got this little bit left. Right, we need to put it all back together again. We'll put our good colour wheel back in. Let's screw you back into place. We need the cover to go back on. We'll put the good cover back on. They won't be very happy with us if we put the faulty parts back into place on this very important piece of equipment. If you don't get good images from the camera, you've no idea where you're going or what you're doing. The Rover definitely needs a camera to be in good functioning order. Let's get this done here. The soundtrack comes from the radio, as you may recall from our previous video. It has a whole variety of music stations, or you can in fact put your own MP3 files into the appropriate directory and play those, so you can have your own favourite tunes to listen to while you're here working on the Rover, whichever Rover you're working on. Would you have a different soundtrack for each Rover? I don't know. You might. Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, if you're looking at a really complex piece of kit like the Perseverance, you might want some really detailed, funky tunes. I don't know what I'm talking about. That looks like there's a bit behind there that needs... That's it, reattaching. Focus assembly. Everything looks so good. Now, is that complete? I think it might be. Yeah, the mast. Oh, we need to put these... Oh, got to put all this back together again, haven't we? 2. Put it all back into place. Put the mast cam ZA. Right, this shouldn't be too difficult, he said, hopefully. Put you back in. Reconnect the cables. There we go. Mast cam B. I don't know if this allows you to put the parts back in the wrong order. Well, you can't get them that wrong. As you saw, we had a couple of different choices we could make here as to which one we put in first. Would it make your job more difficult? Would it become impossible to put another part in if you put the one part in first before the others? Let's put you back in. What was this? A super cam. Right. And I'm not reading all the descriptions because I'm trying to get the job done, but as we've said before, the amount of detail you've got in here is impressive. Let's swing the... Oh, there's a bit missing there. Super cam laser. Blimey, what's that? That's impressive. And we've got here the Mars super cam cover. There we go. I suppose that keeps all the muck, the grime, the dirt, the Martian bacteria at bay. Oh, there's a screw down there. And one over there. Are we done? It looks like we might be. Okay, do we have... Nope, it looks like the mast is complete there. So if I go into my tablet... Missing parts, just the mast cam in the warehouse. I've just got some bits I've got left over from earlier jobs and these bad bits from the mast cam. Excellent, so we can put this now back on our Perseverance Rover. It went in here somewhere, didn't it? Let's go into... There it goes, press 2 to get into reassembly mode. I need to click it to select it. Let's put you back into place. There you go, you slip straight back into the positioning thing which holds the mast cam. There we go. Is that the job done? I think it might be. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other parts I need to put in. Let's come out of here. Let's go to the tablet. There are no missing parts. The Rover is complete, so the next thing we need to do is restart. There it is, the drivers. For some reason these took me ages to find on the first job I did. I just obviously wasn't looking in the right place. Before we do that though, this job hasn't required me to get underneath it, so let's show you the lift in operation. Just click on it, and then up she goes. There you go. Come out of the lift control panel. We wander around here, get under here, and we can look at everything under here. Yeah, most of it is covered by this base plate, of course, so you can't see a great deal. But there you go. The adaptive caching assembly. That holds a sampling arm for spare and filled sample tubes. That is one of the features of the Perseverance rover. Is it's going to drill down and collect samples, and then leave them in a cache somewhere for future missions, manned missions, to pick up and do further scientific investigation on. We are on our way back to Mars, guys. We are going to be there. There was a date. I will probably put this in an annotation to the video, because I can't remember it off the top of my head, to when they plan, or when they hope to start scheduling. Oh, I don't need to put the crane back. I'm being a silly Billy. I just need to tell the guys that I've finished the job. Oh, I need to do the restart the boost. Plug the configurator in for the drivers. There you go. Put you back in, and I can go back here and reconfigure it. Yeah, they've got a schedule for when they hope to get men back out into space and on their way to Mars. We'll do this automatically because I now have the skill to do this. Otherwise, it means, you know, sort of filling in, clicking these boxes to put the connectors in and putting the right voltages in at these right points. We've seen that before. You can go back to that video if you want to see that in operation, but I'll do this automatically because it makes my life quicker and easier. Right, so that's the job done. So yes, I'm not quite sure. It's 2030, 2035 was it when they were hoping? Possibly 2030 to get men on the surface of Mars. We've never been there before, or so we're told. Right, let's get this job done. It's complete. The objectives, everything's been done. I think we're ready to send this job off. Thumbprint. Job done. Oh, I haven't quite made it to the next level. Darn. Okay. So that's our job out of the way. We have more jobs to do. Now I think this is the one of the issues I have with the game is the quests, I believe, are all pretty much the same. There is a set list. I'm not sure there's any randomization to this. So once you've gone through the game, and it does take a lot, there is a lot to do in the game. There's no arguing with the amount of detail they've got and the number of jobs and the tasks you can do. You'll get a full view of the Perseverance rover and all the other jobs involved. But once you've done them all, there's nothing else to do at this point. There is more updates due. They have a lot of activity going on in the community, suggestions coming forward. They're really sort of positive about feedback. But at that point, there's no sort of randomization options. I don't know how difficult that would be to achieve, to be honest. Possibly quite difficult. But we shall see. Going forward, let's get. Oh, I've gone too far down. Get up a bit. Yeah, get the grabber done. Get up. But that's it. So that's our first look at the. Get the thing. No, there you are. No. Oh dear, I can't talk and move cranes at the same time. There you go. Now you can go down. Now I can put you into place. Right, so that's my next job on the Perseverance rover. I can't even say it properly. There she is. What a beautiful piece of engineering. What a triumph of scientific ingenuity, enterprise and imagination. Out there wandering the surface of the planet Mars and discovering all sorts, hopefully discovering all sorts of amazing things about our nearest neighbour in the solar system. But that's it from me. Thank you so much for joining me for this first look at the latest Rover Mechanic Simulator DLC, the Perseverance rover. If you've enjoyed this, it'd be great to hear from you. Drop us a like if you would. A bit of a click on the old thumbs up button would be lovely. But even better if you've got any thoughts on this addition to the game, the Perseverance Rover DLC for Rover Mechanic Simulator, or my inability to control or know what I'm doing, just drop a note into the comments box below. It'd be awesome to hear from you. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now by clicking on that there subscribe button. And that way you'll know when I upload any more of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here taking a look at the latest Rover Mechanic Simulator DLC for the Perseverance Rover. Until the next time, bye bye for now.